everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. How are you all doing this afternoon? Well, I just wanted to, I just got back yesterday from the 2023 APBA tournament in Vegas. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of what went on down there. You know, it's also question and answers. If you got something out there, you want to make something, if you're out there either now while we're live or later on when you're watching it recorded, just put it in the remarks or bring it out here and I'll see what I can do about answering. Yeah, got back there. Let me bring up a little slideshow that I made to try to make it better, a little better. Oh, great. I'm having a hard time finding it. Oh, here we go. Let's see what I can do over here. If I can do that, I can. Not bringing it up. It's not bringing it up too big for you guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was. What's the problem with that? So I don't think I can do anything with it anyway. Nope. I don't want a full screen. Hi, how are you doing? It was really neat to meet you up there at the tournament. I'm glad you're one of my subscribers. And if you look this morning, I put it out. I got a surprise when I got home last night. We hit 1,700. Hi, Kurt. How you doing, buddy? How'd you do up in Chicago? Hi. Am I having a problem with the sound of my voice? Somebody let me know if the volume's working okay. All right. Well, anyway, the tournament just got back from. All right, we're on 24th July to 26th July. The entry requirements were teams between 1960 and 2010. Thanks, Kurt, for the sound check. Between that 2010 with a winning percentage of 450 and 475. That made it difficult. So I looked through all of the teams that I owned that fit into that category. And I picked one that I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to do all that well with, but I did not want to go out and buy a whole new set. There were some other teams I was looking at, but I would have had to buy a whole new set. But I didn't want to do it this time. So I picked the 2010 Houston Astros, who had a winning percentage of 469 and won into there. Got Malbert's talking to you over there, Kurt. Let me see what this one was. 3-5 and 3 extra inning losses. Oh, that's really tough. Yeah, I didn't have a tough time either, and I will get to that in a couple minutes. Well, anyway, we got down there, and this is what Chris White does every year. He does these your odds of winning the tournament. Look down there in the bottom, the 2010 Houston going in with a 100-1 odds to win. So I would say that's going to be pretty tough. And so I was looking here. I wanted to see something. Okay. So the tournament started. Okay, and let's see what I got here. Okay, here's how the after 12 games how it finished up. I finished up 5-7, and I'll talk about the individual games here in a little bit. But for a 100 and the 5-7's tied with these guys, the only reason I'm ranked down here is because of run differential. But we had the same records. In fact, a couple of them I beat head to head, but didn't make the playoffs. Here was the cut on the playoffs, 7-5. I thought I was actually going to have a chance, and I'll explain that to you in a little bit. And so anyway, here we go. All right, I started off losing the first game to the 67 Orioles 3-2 in 13 innings. Then the second game, I lost to Toronto 10-9 in 15 innings. I don't know how the rules were up in Chicago, but in the tournaments in Vegas, once you hit the 11th inning, all pitchers are a D. The attributes, A, B, C's, and none of that matter at all. It's a D pitcher. But we still went to 15 innings. Okay. I got my first win against the 68 Phillies, and then I'll come back and right away and lost. Got another win over Montreal. You can see I'm getting 2-1 games, 2-1 games. I lost 2-0. I'm trying to see where that other one was. I might have done the typo here, but anyway. Then I win. Game 8, I win. And I think it was this game here that I lost 2-1 to St. Louis. This was crazy. There was more. I had a couple more extra inning games here, but I guess when I was doing the stats, I forgot to load them. There was 2 more extra inning games, but they were only like 10 innings. But anyway, 2-1. We're in about the 7th inning. Scores tied. Opponent has the bases loaded with 1 out. He rolls the dice, and it's a pop fly to the shortstop. Infield fly roll. So now there's 2 outs, and then the shortstop drops the ball, and the run scores from third. I lose the game. I had never had that happen before playing APBA. So that was kind of strange, kind of funny at the same time. So anyway, when I got down here about 1 at game 9, at this point in time, in 9, I am 5-4. And in my mind, I'm thinking 7-5 is what I said will probably make the playoffs. All I got to win, now I'm on a roll. All I got to do is win 2 out of my last 3, and boom, there I go. Losing 2-1 to Houston, 6-1 to the Pirates, and then 6-3 to the Expos. And so much for my chances. And what was the cutoff? It was 7-5. I might not have made it because of run differential, the tiebreakers, but it would have been nice to be able to do that. So the 100-1 Astros almost made it to the playoffs. Okay, so show you some of the playoffs. I'll show you my team here in a minute too. Some of the guys that let me down. Here's how the playoffs came in, how they ranked in the top up here. These were the top 8 guys that made the playoffs. Andy Rumpel here. This is the guy I made the finals with 4 years ago, and he beat me in the finals. But he went down 2 games straight. That kind of surprised me. Then in round 2, the semifinals, see the Pirates. This guy was on a roll. He had a really good, I'd have to go back and look, but I thought he had a really good 12 games. He took the Tigers out, and Daniels with the Rockies took it out, and then Ryan Daniels down here in the best of 3 in the World Series won the first 2 for the winning championship. It's the one thing I like about the playoffs at Vegas. It's the best of 3. So, if you have a bad game or something screwed up, you still have a chance. But anyway, that was pretty tough. That was a lot of fun, though. I met some of the old guys that I've been playing with for the last 4 tournaments up there in Vegas, and I met some new people like Malbert 20 there, and he's a really cool guy. And I met another content creator. His name is Bernard Strum. He's got a channel just starting. It's called Bernard Strum's Sports Replays. Met him. Met a couple other people that have watched my channel and asked me a couple of questions. So that was kind of nice meeting those people too, beside new players and that. And so then this one I got the last one I got for you. This is my team, if you want to call them that. Michael Bourne did his job really, 286. He was my leadoff man, and he got on. He got 4 stolen bases and 5 doubles, and scored 4 runs. But he could have scored more, but nobody was driving in. Hunter Pence, what a failure that guy was for me. Look at that, 115. Jason Michaels in the 12 games I did practice to go into the tournament, Jason Michaels hit about 260, 180, 188 lead. Chris Johnson was surprisingly consistent in both my 12 my 12 practice games and the playoffs. As you can see, 275. The biggest surprise that I got down here, Anibal Sanchez let me down. He did better in there. Biggest surprise I got here was Jason Castro. In my 12 games that I played with them, Castro batted about 140. Well, he only batted 205, but look, he got him when it needed. He had drove in 7 runs. He led the team in RBIs. That's kind of strange. But that's nice to have a guy down there in 8th batting, or 9th if you're doing a DH. And the rules are the DH was determined by whoever was the home team on the schedule. they decided whether they wanted to DH or not. So that was pretty nice. That was a fun tournament. Chris White puts on a good job. We were in the Rio. The prices are right. We're not paying exorbitant rates and everything. And so I had a lot of fun. That was my fourth term, but no trophies this time. So, guys, got any more questions out there? Okay, I guess not. 3 extra inning losses, Kurt. That is really tough. Okay, gang. This is SoCalSabre. Oh. Yeah, AJ. He's a really good guy. You know, and we went up together, and this was his second APBA tournament. He's newer to APBA than I am. So yeah, he enjoyed talking to you too. He told me that. Okay, so I'm going to be shutting this one down for now and getting it published. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. And if you're watching this later when it's recorded, put some remarks down there. And thank you all for your support. Thank you for stopping by. SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay